だが、今のわらわにはその隙間よりシャノンの魂を連れ出せるほどの力はない。しかしシャノンのことを強く思うそなたなら、その思いを魔力に変えて彼女の魂を必ずや連れ戻せるだろう。どうだ、わらわを手伝うか。
手伝うとも。シャノンの命が蘇るなら、僕は何を失うことも恐れない。
George's fist shook in silence. Fucking the Arthur meme. Then he slowly came to his senses. He had been absent-mindedly standing near the window in the hall that whole time, his mug still in his hand. He throws it out the window, jumps out the window. And the witch from his dreams was still there.
そんな夢じゃ。
No, you're just a little high, though.
静かにせよ。この上さらに他の人間まで現れたら姿を保ちきれぬ。そなたの願いは叶えるから、今は沈黙せよ。よいか。
George covered his mouth with both hands, nodding enthusiastically several times. In that instant, he almost dropped the mug he was holding. George frantically juggled it around and caught it. Jesus Christ, dude. He was afraid that if it fell on the floor and made a loud sound, the witch's form might disappear like a bubble popping. He softly set the mug on the floor and stared at the witch in front of him. Again. Her form didn't disappear. It wasn't a dream. This possibly can't go wrong.
行くってどうやって？下には母さんたちがいる。表へ出るのを許してくれるわけがない。
He's going to open up the window and let you.
それにあなたはさっき他の人間が現れたら姿を保てないと言わなかったかい？
そういえばそうだ。下にはクラウスたちがおって、それでは確かに下へ降りられぬ。ならば1階へ降りずに屋敷へ行けばいいではないか。簡単な話。
Beata laughed as though she had thought of a pleasant prank. And with her golden pipe, she lightly tapped a window with its shutter closed. When she did, 3 gold butterflies appeared from the pipe and opened the lock on the window as though melting it. Then the window opened without a sound. The shutter beyond it was exactly the same. The collapse unset itself, also without making a sound, and quietly opened. George, this is incredibly fucking stupid. The window opened, exposing the wind and rain outside the mansion. Perhaps because of the direction or something related to the construction of the building, the wind did not blow inside. Because of that, for a while, George felt as though this entrance to the open to the outside was a dream or illusion that he couldn't accept as real. Beato gently floated upwards. It was a natural action, like that of a diver enjoying an underwater stroll. It made it easy to believe that if you acted like she did, you too might be able to float in the sky just as though you were swimming through the water. No, George did believe that, so without thinking just as she had done, he also, gently, as though swimming in the water, lifted his feet and fell down. George was shocked to find himself floating in midair like he was swimming. Of course, Beata was also shocked that George, who shouldn't have been able to use magic, had figured out how to do that just by instinct. Yeah, just fucking throw all that out through the window. If you remember gravity works, then, oops. Oh, there you go. George repeated those words over and over. He must not deny magic no matter what. Denying that would be like throwing away what might be his first and last chance to revive Shannon. However, compared to Beato, who was elegantly drifting like smoke, George's movement clearly resembled someone underwater. Therefore, he didn't act like he was kicking his feet in water every time once in a while. He'd be caught by the force of gravity bit by bit.
わらわが初めて空を舞った時よりは上出来である。ついてまいる。
When Beato beckoned to George, he gently flew into the stormy sky. It was just as like a scene from a fairy tale. The scene unfolding before George's eyes felt entirely like an extension of his dream.
空を飛べるのはすごいけど、すごい風と雨だ。
なんだ、雨と風に苛まれるの。それを防ぐ魔法を教えてもよいが、今のそなたには不要し。今はそれを習う時間を割くのがよし。
Yeah, I bet.
ええ、僕が必要としている魔法はそれじゃない。
George wore a strong-willed gaze, refusing to let the wind and rain get to him.
見えてきたぞ、
I
屋
mean-
敷だ。
He's obviously going to die here. He might actually commit suicide.
もう少し頑張れよ。
I could see that happening.
今落ちればバラの茂みだぞ。
The undulating rose garden was spread beneath the witch and George's gaze. This illusion-like scene no longer surprised George. Only the gradually approaching mansion was reflected in his eyes.
シャン、待ってて。必ず君を蘇らせてみせる。
Knock knock, motherfucker. Where's Ava? I know she's gonna be around here. There she is. At that time, the cruel new witch could be seen staring at the guest house from a different location.
あと残すは第7第8の番だけね。あと2人で先代のババアの義理はおしまいだわ。クラウスと夏日を殺す。夫婦仲良くね。
She's gonna kill George.
にひ標的はどうかに。ゲストハウス1階ロビーにて標的2名と後ろ宮エヴァを捕捉。
Or not.
反魔法力測定。410データリンク。410データ受領。反魔法力は極めて小。エヴァさえ席を外せばまな板の上のマグロにアワビです。にひひひひ。いかがしますか、大ベアトリーチェ卿。ご命令をいただければすぐにも狙撃いたします。どうかご命令を。ほんとにあんたたちは便利な家具ね。死体をほじるしか能のない中古家具どもとは大違いだわ。
Hey, fuck off. Don't talk to the Seven Stakes like that.
ねえ。シエスタしない？またあなたたちの手際を見せてちょうだい。
The Seven Stakes are very, very helpful. They're the best.
攻撃準備。
The best form of furniture.
死体はまた運び出してね。たっぷり遊んであげるんだか
Of course he will.
ら。文句はなしよ、ロノウェイ。
はい、かしこまりました。
That moment, the witch noticed something. It was as though some presence had disappeared. Was it her imagination?
今何か気配を感じなかった？誰か感じた人いる？申し訳ありません。
Oh my god.
私は何も気づきませんでした。お許しを。
I think she... already, if I had to pick which one's the better of the two sisters, it's her.
私たちゲストハウスを観測中でしたから周辺監視はオフにしてます。にひ。ルシファーちゃんは何か気配感じた？
Yeah, I did, but since I'm only good for gouging shit, I don't care. For just an instant, Lucifer glanced at Ronave, asking whether she should answer honestly or not. Oh, she does know. Ronave gave a small nod in response.
申し訳ございません。 ベアトリーチェ様、私たちは何者中途家父ゆえ無鈍なことをお許しください。
You're the fucking best.
そう、大悪魔のあなたがそう言うなら、きっと私の気のせいなんでしょうね。
Fucking perfect. The witch persistently stared in the direction the presents had disappeared to. That was where the rose garden lay, and beyond that she could see the mansion's dark silhouette creating by lightning. It took quite some time before she pushed her unsatisfying feelings aside and once again faced the guest house. I fucking love that. She did notice. It's like, I could tell you, but I'm only good for gouging shit. Get fucked. The guest house lobby was wrapped in silence. The strings of tension binding Kraus, Natsu, and Eva had already been loosened, and they were completely worn out, with their minds beginning to waver. Every once in a while, they would walk up and stand up and walk around pointlessly, as though fighting their drowsiness.
大丈夫ですか、エヴァさん。やはり無理をせず休んでいてください。大丈夫だって言ってるわ。もう大人は私たち3人しかいないのよ。休んでる暇なんかないわ。石にかじりついてでもここを死守するわよ。
Yeah, you seem okay. She spoke bravely, but she couldn't hide her rough breathing. It seemed that the fever, which had been calmed with medicine for a short while, had returned. It was very obvious that Ava's health was not good.
無理はするな。せめて目を閉じていたまえ。もし起こさねばならぬ時は必ず起こしてやるから。
だから平気だって言ってるわ。放っておいて。
Okay. Poor Natsu, yeah. Fucking stuck in between both of them. It seemed she was already unwilling to budge. Cross and Natsu realized that even if they talked to her anymore, when she was like this, it wouldn't reach her ears. So without saying anything more, they decided to leave her be. To Ava right now, even having an argument like that would be bothersome. It would probably be better for her body if she just sat there with her mouth closed. In truth, Ava was just a step away from being beaten down by drowsiness. Perhaps she shot back at them with the temper because she was trying to rouse herself and throw off her sleepiness. The clock would be pointing to 6 in the afternoon very soon. She'd had several snacks to distract herself from her drowsiness, so she didn't feel hungry. But now her lack of sleep made it feel like it was 6 in the morning, not in the afternoon. Even supposing that the boat came at precisely 9 in the morning tomorrow, they still had more than 12 full hours to go. Yeah. It was an overwhelmingly long stretch of time. Long, painful, hot. Even the sound of the clock torments my body now. In times like this, when that person puts his hand on my forehead, the fever fades at once, but that person no longer exists. As Ava's mind grew foggy, she was once again gripped by a deep sadness. She had already cried herself dry. Even so, the sadness of losing her beloved husband had not been exhausted. Oh, god damn it.
どうして？
The new witch and Ava were fundamentally the same being. If Ava talked to her, she would always respond.
私は後ろ宮家の当主の座さえ得られればそれで満足のはずだった。
I fucking said it wouldn't be enough, like in the very beginning.
それがあの黄金の山を見た途端に欲が増えたの。あの黄金の山を独り占めしたい気持ちに駆られた。
So she did kill her sister.
それは恥じることでもなんでもないわ。
Well, I mean, if it causes you to commit crimes, it should be something to be ashamed of.
だって後ろ宮家の当主として当然の権利じゃない。他の誰にも黄金のひとかけらだって譲るものかってのよ。
私がその誘惑にとらわれたからあなたが生まれてしまったんだわ。あなたは私の少女時代の心であると同時に自分勝手でしかない私のよこしまな心でもあった。そのあなたが あの黄金の山によって芽生えた私の愚かな欲望のせいで、私の胸という卵の殻を破り、この世に生まれ出てしまった。あなたを産んだのは私の責任。
Yeah.
なら私が殺したローザとマリアも、そしてルドルフとキリエと秀吉もあなたの責任ってことになるわ。
Jesus Christ.
どうしてうちの人まで殺したの？どうして？
秀吉を殺す気はなかったわ。だってうるさくてしつこかったんだもの。その意味では私たちの、いえ、あなたの責任ね。あんなのを旦那に選んだあなたの責任だわ。
Wow.
あなたみたいな子供にあの人の良さはわからないわよ。あなた。
何よ、私たちは魔法で夢を叶えたのよ。気分の謎を解いたわ。そして黄金を見つけ、当主の指輪を手にしたわ。
Again, that's not all that there is to life.
すべての夢を叶えきったわ。それがなんで不満なの？
それだけが全ての夢なんかじゃないわ。
See?
あの人と素敵な人生を歩んで、ジョージに素晴らしい人生を託す。
She was like, hey, George is still alive though, right? Yeah, for how long though?
妻として、母として。私にはまだ叶えなければならない夢がたくさんあるの
Yeah,
よ。
there's a lot of things you're not gonna have now because of her.
それなのに、それなのに。
But you're the head, so that's all that matters.
それはあなたが大人になってから勝手に増やした夢だわ。私たちの夢じゃない。
Fuck you.
だからあなたは子供なのよ。自分さえ良ければいいの？そうよ。すべて私が悪いのよ。あの時ローザの言うことにどうして私は反抗したの？どうして兄弟みんなに黄金を見つけたと発表できなかったの？
Because Kraus would have probably killed you.
すべて私が醜いから。
I had a different reason for doing it, but you know, whatever. I wouldn't have wanted to die. It's no greed because I would have offered Rosa more money. So that's how it's not more greed. It's just I wouldn't want to be fucking shot because Kraus doesn't want to lose out on what he has.
黄金を独り占めしたくて芽生えさせた横島な心があなたを孵化させてしまった。
At least that's my reasoning.
ひどい嫌われようだわ。
Yeah.
私たちは二人で後ろ宮エヴァなのに。
Hey, everyone has that part of themselves that they hate, right?
いいえ、もう違うわ。そしてそれはあなたが言ったのよ。私は後ろ宮エヴァ、そしてあなたは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。だからもう消えて。魔女なんておとぎ話の中にしか存在できない妄想よ、幻想よ。あなたなんか消えてしまえ。二度と私の前に現れないで。
ああ、そう。わかったわ。あなたの前から消えてあげるわ。そして私はもう後ろ宮エヴァじゃない。
So get the fuck out of here.
これからは黄金の魔女ベア。もう好き勝手に遊んでやるんだから。あんたなんて知らないわ。へそでもかんで勝手に死んじゃえば。
Bitch. After having a very childlike tantrum, the witch who had once been another Ava vanished. Only Ava was left behind in the darkness, and she questioned herself.
私なの。私があの人を殺してしまったの。私が殺してしまったの。
She could no longer answer the question herself. This is very strange. You okay there? It seemed that half asleep she had gotten some saliva caught in her windpipe just as though she was dozing off. Ava suddenly started coughing.
大丈夫かエヴァ。夏日、水を頼む。
はい。
大丈夫だってば。
Yeah, you sound okay.
むせちゃっただけなんだから。
Yeah, here's some water. Take fucking another cigarette break. Ava pushed away Natsue's hand as she tried to rub her back and unsteadily rose to her feet. Yeah, I don't want to help you.
顔洗ってくるわ。ごめんなさいね、寝ちゃってたわ。戻ってきたらまたコーヒーを入れるわね。特に濃い。明日の朝まで眠気が来なくなるようなやつを。
And just like, no water, I'm just gonna eat coffee grounds.
タヌ、ゴーダが入れるコーヒーよりお前が入れるコーヒーの方が私の好みに合うからな。
Well, I mean, you can tell Goda to make it however you fucking like. Don't fucking just bitch about it, just tell him what you want.
お世辞でも嬉しいわ。すぐ戻るわ。
And now, Cross and Natsu, you're gonna die. Ava exited the lobby, heading for the bathroom. Cross and Natsui watched over her frail back.
あなたもあれだけ犬猿の中だったエヴァさんに気を使うこともあるのですね。
本来兄とはこういうものではないのか
ええ、それで正しいと思います。
エヴァに限らん、ルドルフにもローザにも。
Yeah, you're an absolute asshole to all of them.
私がした兄らしいことといえば、それを王兵に語り。
Or wait, were you getting actually like
いじめただけだ。
acknowledgement from Krause? Thank Christ.
父のようになりたくて、私なりに必死だった。
Why would you ever want to be like him? He is an absolute asshole and an absolute monster.
だが、いつもそれは及ばず、しかし、それは言い訳にならん。エヴァにも、まだ傷が癒えぬほどに、深い心の傷を負わせてしまっただろう。
Not just Ava.
悔いているが、今さらそれを詫びたところで、その傷が癒えるわけもない。
You're actually getting acknowledgement that he's an absolute horrible person.
その気持ちはきっと他の兄弟たちにも伝わりますよ。
今となっては他の兄弟もエヴァを残すのみだがね。
もしあなたとあなたのご兄弟が生まれた家がもっともっと普通な楽しい兄弟の関係であったでしょうに。
それを言ってもエヴァは生涯私を憎み続けるだろう。そしてその資格がある。私はそれを甘んじて受け止めるつもりだ。
あなた
エヴァ、そう、もちろん許さなくていい。
もちろん許さないわ。何を今さら。
Oh my god.
なんで死んじゃえば。やっちゃえ、シエスタ島。
Good game. Everyone's dead. And shot.
45射撃許可治療。
Launch the rocket.
射撃曲線再確認。飛行誤差修正。
Fucking weather discrepancies.
410データリンク。410データ受領。射撃許可確認。射撃。
Together, the sisters released the magical bowstring they had readied. A beautiful tail trailed up behind the gold arrow, and it drew a lovely curve as it flew. It was just like a gold snake. It skillfully avoided a grove of trees and flew towards the front door of the guest house. Then flew through the keyhole of the door and snuck into the guest house without any problem at all. The gold snake raced down the hall smoothly, yet as fast as an arrow. Right before us at the door to the lobby. When it flew through the keyhole, Cross and Natsui were already. For an instant, Cross thought he saw a gold-colored sparkle in the keyhole on the door. However, at the same time he strained his eyes to see what it was. The sparkle bent like a whip in attack, and wrapped itself around Cross's neck. What the fuck? Just looking at the gold snake seemed very supple. However, it was as though a wire had tightened around Cross's neck. And while that snake choke cross, it extended even more and also tied it around Natsue's neck. Without even a chance to scream, their eyes bulged as they went into convulsions and collapsed.
45命中および死亡確認
Confirmed kill.
牽引曲線形成補正点修正410データリンク410データ受領死体牽引開始
Oh my god.
2匹も釣れたに2匹
The gold snake began to drag across Natsue's body's back. They slipped through the door to the corridor, dragging the bodies, gradually increasing in speed, and rapidly pulled them outside the guest house. So the lobby was silent as though nothing had happened, as though Kraus and Natsue had not been there since the beginning, and only the sound of the wind and rain remained, as if they were playing dumb and pretended to be the only ones there.
ごめんなさいもう大丈夫よ
A little late,
今コーヒーを入れるわね
Ava returned from the bathroom, but no one was in the lobby. Even though they had apparently supposedly been in the sofa until a moment ago, she had choked and gone to the bathroom. They were gone as if they'd been an illusion from the very beginning.
不用心ね二人揃ってどこに行っちゃったの
Ava put her hand on the sofa as though acting out a scene from a detective novel. She felt a warmth that meant they had been there, sitting there until a short while ago. Maybe they went to do the rounds or something. For the time being, Ava sat down and waited for their return. Jesus Christ. It's so fucked.